Hi, it's Guy again. Good to be back with you. Just coming to you today from the wonderful surroundings of the HQ, the colony, which is our offices now in the Cheshire countryside, close to Manchester Airport, the West Coast Line, the motorways. It's a fantastic location, but beautiful and green, quite an inspiring location. And the other thing that inspires me is obviously having a good team as well. So today I've just finished a brainstorming session with the team, and it's such a valuable exercise. Sometimes when we're in business, it can be quite a lonely place really. And certainly when I was group managing director for a marketing services business, at times it felt very lonely. Who do you talk to? Who do you go to for advice and support? So today's brainstorming was around our own business processes within the Business Buyers Club. We've been working up all kinds of notes about what sort of things do we need going forward, how can we support our members more effectively, how do we reach out to people, which is why this video is now being produced, so that we're doing more communication, reaching out to our audience, reaching out to people interested in the topic of how to buy companies. But actually the topic of buying companies is a little bit niche. It's quite specific, and there's a series of set things that you need to do. But really the whole topic is in truth a lot broader than that. So the nature of teamwork, business in my view is a team sport. I love sport, so sport's a good analogy really. But you do need a really good strong team to help you in what you're doing. And one of the lovely benefits of the elite program that we run in the Business Buyers Club is that over the 12 months that people take to run through the program, you get the opportunity to meet with other like-minded entrepreneurs, to build really strong relationships with many of those people in the group. And remember, we only have 10 people in each group, so we keep it really tight and focused, and I get to know everybody one-to-one, which I love. I'm really fortunate, I'm lucky in that regard. But actually the most important thing is when you're doing this, it's an unusual place to be, and you need a resource, you need a network, you need people you can tap into who get what you're doing. When I first started doing this, I talked to my mates in the pub, and they'd say, you're buying companies and you're not doing it with any of your own capital, and how can you do that? And so I was pretty weird really. I was considered weird. In fact, we were laughing about this in one of the meetings recently. I said, welcome to the weird club, because it is a kind of a weird thing that we undertake here. It's not the norm. It's fantastic, it's fun, it's exciting, but it's not the norm. So my message in this video is really to emphasize the need for being part of the right kind of community, being part of a team of people that understand what you're doing, that support what you're doing, that want to help you to achieve your goals and your aims and the good things that are ahead of you. So if you take away from this video, take two things. First of all, make sure that you build a team around you. So we use a profiling tool called Wealth Dynamics that helps you to understand when you're best in flow. And the beauty of using that tool, and it's free to anyone that comes on one of our courses, is it helps you to understand what your strengths are, not what your weaknesses are. So many psychometric tools get people to focus on their weaknesses and do better at the things that they're not so good at. I don't believe in any of that. I really believe in focusing on when you're in flow, when you're best enjoying yourself. That's when you get your best results and your best energy. But inevitably that means there are things that you need to do in a business and in the process of buying companies that you're going to be poor at, you're going to be weak at. It's just natural. So the key thing is to understand those, understand what your weaknesses are, and then find the people that will help you. And it doesn't have to mean that they're employed. They could be self-employed, they could be outsourced, they could even be people that you joint venture with. There's lots of different ways to build a team that you need around you, but it's imperative that you do. And if you were in the club, you'd find it's extremely supportive, and we help you to build the right kind of team. The other takeaway from this really is the major benefit for our members, and the feedback I get from them is that they love the idea of being part of a community. We have our closed Facebook group, and there's lots of activity going on there, and other communication tools that enable people to talk to each other. get advice, get support. Apart from the one-to-one coaching that I give people and that Terry gives them, they've still got that intimate support from people that, you know, absolutely get what they're going through. When you get the tough days, you get the days when, you know, you've had a knockback, maybe a deal's fallen over, or the vendor's not getting what you're offering, and it's frustrating. You need somewhere where you can go and they go, yeah, I've done that, mate. I know how you feel. Yeah, that happened to me last week. Don't worry, it's going to be fine, because next week the deal of the century comes around again. So hope you've enjoyed today's video. There's lots more resources available to you. Feel free to post, add your opinions, ask questions, etc. And subscribe if you haven't already. Get in touch with us, send us an email. The details are on this site. We always respond to our emails, or stick a question into the Facebook group, whichever is your preferred method, but just interact, get in touch with us, and I love answering any questions that come our way. So thanks very much. See you next time.